Bismillah, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Innalhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulullah, Anbiya wal Mursaleen. We welcome everyone to this webinar on Wednesday. This is more focused towards interactive Q&A session. So we are going to share some updates and a few tips, and then we're going to get started with the live demo and allow people to ask questions, inshallah. So, as we are progressing, feel free to raise your hand so that we can uh, respond and clarify to any questions that you have. Rawaf Mina, you have raised your hand. Did you have something to ask here? Is that Brother Hassan?
Yes, Sheikh. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa
Wa alaikum
barakatuh.
salam rahmatullahi barakatuh. Sheikh Hassan, isn't this very late for you? It's almost what, 2:33 in the
Yes,
morning.
it's 2:30, Sheikh, but we just left the office and I have a note I have to give it to our Hujjaj through you. So
Okay.
even during your demo, you can even focus on that. Actually, we will remove all the flights from the flyer. All the
Okay.
flight, it will be removed from the flyer. Nusuk asked us to remove it. We will keep that one in our link tree. But inshallah, within the next 10 days, all the service provider will remove the flags from each flyer in Nusuk, and we will resubmit our packages again. So that's mean our packages, it will be out from Nusuk for some time, let's say 6 7 hour, and then we will reload it again.
Okay.
Maybe we will do it 10 by 10, 10 by 10, but Hujjaj need to expect that all the service provider will start removing their flyer from the Nusuk platform and then reload it again without any details of the flight.
Okay. When do you expect this to happen, Sheikh? I mean, do you have a
Wallah,
timeline?
we are expecting that to happen next week, in the middle of the next week or end of next week. Actually, tomorrow
Okay.
we will have a meeting with Nusuk. We will try to postpone that as much as we can. Actually,
Okay.
they asked us to put the packages on Nusuk, even though that we didn't finish our deals with the airlines and get all the flights. Yani now we have around 1,500 flight. It's in our disk, but we didn't put it in Nusuk yet.
Okay.
And most of
So,
the service provider is the same thing.
okay. So, for the sake of the attendees, when that happens, all you need to do is go back and reconfigure and select your preferences. Not a big deal because we have lots of time. It'll
Yes.
be just an additional exercise for you, which is good. Alhamdulillah.
Yes, inshallah. And also we need to start reminding all our Hujjaj about our meeting, inshallah. We will have a very, very big meeting on 31 of January, bidhnillah.
Inshallah, inshallah.
Yeah.
Sheikh Hassan, one other question. So when you remove the flights from the flyer, uh, does it change anything in the flights that we have been sharing with them so far?
Nope.
Okay,
Only the things will be changing, that more flight will be there.
okay,
We talked to Emirates to reduce some prices, but there is no increase on the prices. No flight has a change. Only more flight will be there and decrease
okay,
some prices on on some flights.
okay. So basically, what Nusuk is requiring is not to publish it in your flyer. That's all.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, okay,
And also we share one video in our at the end of your demo, Sheikh, if you can take that video from our link tree. It's called
okay.
Nusuk configuration. How
Mm-hmm.
to find the package with the flight that fly from their country.
Okay.
Thank
Inshallah.
you. Thank you, Sheikh Farid. I'll be
Okay.
here, inshallah,
All right.
listening to you. If you need anything, I'm here.
Okay. Jazakallah khair.
Thank you,
Okay.
Sheikh. Thank you,
All
Sheikh.
right.
Thank you.
So let me start the share here because we have little time today. Uh, so this is our overall process, the Hajj process. Okay, Nusuk registration, verification, package review, etc., etc. So what I'm still finding is there are quite a few people still stuck in the verification process. Okay, the biggest challenge that I have found whenever anybody contacts me about verification, it seems to be around the personal photo. I have repeatedly shared this information. You absolutely have to have the picture in this format. The background has to be black. You have to be straight up. The eyes have to be clear. I mean, I colored it out because, because of the religious requirements. So, but what happened here? No. Okay, so it needs to be like this, okay? And it has to be 2 by 2. You cannot be sideways. It cannot be a picture like this, by the way, okay? You cannot have a picture with far away this one with the rest of the entire top body showing. It needs to be just shoulders. This has to be centered here in the middle of the picture. Uh, Formal dress is preferred, although you don't have to have it. And this is very, very important, folks. I mean, because I am still getting lots of people sending me images which looks like this, and I have to adjust it to something like this. Okay. So please, if you have submitted your registration with a picture that looks something like this or sideways, etc., please retake it quickly and resubmit it so that you can get it approved. We want you to be approved so that you can start looking at the packages, you can start reviewing the packages, and you can start looking at the e-wallet. Yes, we do have time, no reason to get anxious, but at the same time, we don't want people to wait until the last minute. So please go back, look at, if you have not been verified, go back and look at your account, make sure the picture is similar to this one, okay, in how it is formatted, and then look at some of these guidelines I'm sharing here basically. Okay, now let's move forward. We want to kind of discuss the Nusuk. Nusuk is nothing but a e-wallet. It is an actual e-wallet. It is not your like your Google Pay, Apple Pay, etc., where you just attach your credit card and only when you do the transaction the money is pulled out of the credit card. In this case, it is a wallet. Basically, you put the money into this wallet, whether using MasterCard, Visa, or a bank transfer. But the funds have to be in the wallet, just like a wallet, basically. Okay, wallet or a purse. So this is a digital purse where you have to put the money to match the package and the flight that you're going to purchase at a later point in time, inshallah.
1 second. So hopefully everybody is verified. Like Brother Farid mentioned, if you're not verified, uh, make sure that check your messages. If is your profile rejected, sometimes you might not have seen an email, but they might have actually provided an update. So make sure you're verified. Make sure the photo is matching what Brother Farid shared. And then once you're verified, then you'll be asked to select a preferred category, and then you can activate your wallet, and then you can browse packages. Now, if you go to the dashboard, which is basically the first screen that you'll see, uh, on the left here, you will see this preferred packages. What we recommend is start picking packages that you like. Ideally, pick some Rawaf packages that you like and mark it as preferred, and add at least one package to the cart, empty the cart, make sure you know the process. You'll get really comfortable with the process, switch to a different package, add that to the cart, do this multiple times. And then out of the list of packages that you have, the most expensive package that you have, take that as your baseline. And then you want to start topping up your e-wallet, right? So initially it will be $0. Let's say the package, like in this case, this is just the package price, but what you want to look at is after selecting flights, what's my total coming to for my family, right? You not look at the individual person's price, but the overall cart price. And then based on that, you want to then go to your e-wallet and start topping up. So you can just click top up here as well, or you can click view e-wallet. When you click on e-wallet, you will see available balance, current balance. Like right now, this account has 0. There are multiple options here. There is a withdrawal option. Don't do that at any point, right? You don't want to withdraw stuff right now. Only do the top up option. So when you click on top up, it'll give you 3 options right now. Again, depending on the country you are from. There is a credit card, there's a bank transfer, and cash collection center actually doesn't really apply to United States, but does apply to certain countries. So like if I click cash collection center, I will not see any value. There is an option for bank transfer. This is if you would like to do a wire transfer account to account, in which case you will basically take the note of all these details, go to your bank and do a wire. For United States, they might ask the SWIFT code. For other countries, they might ask the IBAN number. But do note that this takes a while. So this takes up to 10 business days. and this can take a longer time. So if you under topped it up, you didn't put enough money, then you can't really do it twice. So you'll have to make sure that if you are going with this route, you probably add more buffer. That way, you don't run into a situation where you are short. You want to buy a package, but you don't have enough in your e-wallet. The other option is, and again, when you're doing bank transfer, note all these, right? It's going to take 10 business days at least. If you're doing from a small bank, by the time it reaches to the larger bank who actually processes it, might actually add up time. Uh, your IBAN number is unique, right? Don't share it with anyone. Your e-wallet will be activated when you deposit money in it. When you're withdrawing money, like if you either you overfunded the account or you have to withdraw it for whatever reason, do note there's a processing fee that Nusuk adds, and there's a VAT process charge as well. So note all this. Uh, what we usually recommend is to go with credit card. The credit card is the more immediate option. You can start with a smaller number. It supports MasterCard and Visa. Try to use a card that has zero foreign transaction fees, because if you use a card which has foreign transaction fees, they usually can range between 2 to 3%. That will also add some value, right, to your cost. So try to use a card, as we have been telling, with a zero foreign transaction fee option. What you'll do is, if you are a verified status and you have not topped up any amount, you can start with a really small number, right? You can do 10 real, and you'll have to basically come here and basically do I agree to when withdrawing the amount, then a processing fee and its VAT will be deducted. Then you click next. When you click next, it'll give you a billing address information, and then the next one is where it will give you the option to put the credit card number. You put in the credit card number, you put in the expiration date, card holder information, your CVV, and click pay now. If it all goes through, you'll immediately see that reflected in your e-wallet. If it fails, for whatever reason, most likely you'll have to call your bank, and often your bank will tell you that it's not them, it's Nusuk, but that's actually not the case. It is your bank. Sometimes it's either the bank itself, sometimes it's the fraud department, sometimes the Visa and MasterCard. There are different level of blocks. When they see a transaction happening with a foreign currency, different alerts get triggered for fraud. So you will have to call your bank and ask them that you're going to make a large purchase and to lift the block. Sometimes the bank will say, no, it's not our issue, but it might. So you might then ask to be transferred to the fraud department. And then sometimes they have a Visa and a MasterCard department too. So make sure you stay with your bank. If you want, you can do the transaction while they are trying. Like I said, Nusuk will not really reject your transaction. It's either the bank itself or the fraud department within the bank, or there is the Visa and the MasterCard. They can like different level of blocks. Start with a small amount, and then once you have confirmed that the small amount works, see what kind of currency rate you got for conversion, and after that, if you what you can then do is start doing a little bit larger transaction. If you do a larger transaction, it might happen that the small transaction went through and the larger one might get flagged. So again, same thing. You'll have to call your bank. Once you're comfortable enough, you can then start doing what you can, depending on the total amount, right? Start putting at least some amount in there so that if there are limits, there are day limits. Some cards will have daily limits. You might have to do it over multiple transactions, and each of those transactions will show up in the transaction history in the e-wallet. So if you go to this view e-wallet and the dashboard here, you'll see the transactions that are coming up, and you want to basically start adding up. You want to get to a point eventually when the package e-wallet amount, the card amount, it should be less than your e-wallet. Like you have funded the e-wallet so much that you're the most expensive package that you're willing to buy, you have a little bit more than that, right? So you want to do multiple transactions. You can use multiple cards. You can use a debit card as well. Just note that if you use a debit card, there might be transaction fees that you get charged. Plus, there might be daily limits. And also, if you do use a debit card, if there is an issue, and let's say there's a holdup, the funds got debited from your account, but they have not reached Nusuk yet. So, or whenever you might need to create support tickets, you have less legal recourse. If you have a debit card, once the funds leave your account, they're gone. Versus a credit card, there is better fraud protection. That's why we have been recommending using a credit card.
Okay. Jazakallah khair, Brother Wasim. If you have any questions on the e-wallet, please go ahead and put it in the Q&A and we will take it up at the end. A few things, I think Brother Wasim mentioned it. This is Nusuk is nothing but a merchant in this case. When you are processing, whether it's a credit card or whether you're processing using your bank transfer, Nusuk is just a merchant. As any merchant that you go to, when you go to Target, when you go to grocery store and use your credit card, all they are doing is they are processing your, they are sending your credit card information to your clearinghouse or to your institution. Okay, so rejecting approval, everything is with the bank, with your credit card institution, has nothing to do with Nusuk. Many times we have found people wasting time blaming Nusuk on this one. Nusuk has nothing to do. Nusuk is a merchant that is taking the information you provide and sending it to your bank saying that, okay, this person wants to send us $10,000. Do you approve it? So if there is any failure with the credit card or a bank transfer, please don't create a ticket against Nusuk. Don't sit there wasting time saying that it is Nusuk's problem. It is something is holding the transaction back in the at the bank. Okay, bank transfer or the credit card. As Brother Wasi mentioned, you need to get on a phone. You need to get the MasterCard, Visa, credit card department, okay? Not the fraud department. You need to get to the MasterCard, Visa, credit card department, or if you're dealing with a bank, you need to get to the fraud department. Have them check the transaction, okay? And most probably they will find the transaction, whereas a regular customer service person cannot see it. The regular customer service person will tell you that I don't see a transaction, so it never happened. So it's a Nusuk's problem. It is not. It is something where when the request from Nusuk has come in for the approval, the bank or the credit card institution has rejected it. So please, you don't waste your time. Get on a call. Tell them that you want to talk to the credit card department, and then inshallah ta'ala you'll be able to resolve this. This we have seen happening in the last several years. Even this year also, several people have been able to resolve by calling the credit card department, inshallah ta'ala. Okay, so that's on that one. So now we will look at the package list. So as we are going through, please feel free to put your questions on the in the Q&A or towards the end we'll take the questions inshallah. Okay, so this is the package list that we have shared. Okay, so you will have when you look at each line item you will see this information also in the package also, but here is the information that we are sharing. Okay, so now this is, I have opened this up in a just the way you would open it up. Okay, so if you want to change this into some kind of a filter view, you would go here, you would click on data, you would go down here, create filter view. This will allow you to do some changes here. Like for example, I want to go search by gateway. This gives you the opportunity to go this. You would do clear, and then you can say New York, and here it'll bring up all the flights that are leaving from New York, and then it'll tell you the package name, the capacity for each one of them. So here you can see 201 Marriott, etc., and the dates and all the other information you can see is listed here. Let me just move this thing out of my way. Okay, so you can scroll to the right side. It'll tell you you have information on the count, on the package name, the date it starts, the duration, which city it is, the package is going to start, the name of the hotel in Medina, the dates of the check-in in Medina, the Makkah hotel first, the Makkah hotel second, if there is one. Okay, so whereas you can see that in this case, you start with Nasmat al Jawri, and then you will shift to Marriott after the Hajj period, basically after the days of the Mashayar. Whereas this one here, this is non-shifting. You're going to stay in Millennium the entire period. You can also see what kind of occupancies are available. For Millennium, in this case, if you look at it, it only offers you quad. There are some that offer you quad and triple. And then there are some that offer you quad, triple, and double also, like such as this one here. The Masim and the International Hotel, which is the Imar International, you will be able to select any of these three occupancies basically. So this is the package price. This, when you say package price, what it means is it is the hotels, the Hajj visa, the cost for the Massam Mina camp, the lowest camp that the package offers. Okay, and then the occupancy, the highest level, meaning quad, triple, whatever is the high. So in this case, this 26,000 includes Al Massam camp, the quad occupancy, and the hotels that you see here. So everything excepting the flight is included in this 26,000, meaning Al Masam, quad occupancy, and the hotels listed here. If you bump it up to the triple, then this cost will go up slightly. Okay. And if you go up to double, then the cost will go up. Otherwise, this remains the cost. And then basically what you need to do is you need to add the flight from JFK to Jeddah through the Nusuk also. Okay. We are not sharing the price of that one because it's a little bit complicated for us to get that. So we are avoiding that in here. But when you're doing the configuration, you will see it. And we'll show that in the live demo, inshallah. Now, one thing I want to share here, when you're looking at the package, let's say you come to the conclusion that you want the Marriott package, okay? I don't believe Marriott package has it. First of all, I have to go select all of this, reset it basically, and then I can go select by Marriott, clear this out, and then I'm going to say Marriott 201, for example. Okay. So these are all the different airports that you see here. Now, let me do something. I want to show you something. Select all, go down. I'm going to select the 301 package, Millennium 301. Okay. So in this case, I just want to show you this one. Okay. This one has Paris and Birmingham. Okay. But at the same time, this also has the custom. So if you are interested in 301, for example, okay, and you don't see your airport here, you can always use the global here, the custom. You should be able to get a package using this custom. So in case of the custom, remember, it is not a group flight. It is not a predetermined flight. It's a marketplace flight using the GDS system. The benefit, what we have been told is that this time the GDS system has been improved from the previous years where there are multiple vendors added in there. Another benefit that you see here is there are seats already allocated to the GDS system. So meaning there are at least 5 custom seats available in 301. So if you are within those 5 people, even if it gets delayed a little bit, you will still get it. That's the beauty of how the flights have been, how the packages are built around the Rawaf, basically, around the custom. Let me get one more. 201. No. Pilar. Okay, so if you look in here, you will see that there are packages for USA also here. GDS, London. So when you are looking for this flights, okay, for example, let's talk about this 202 here, okay? Chicago has 46, but Dallas has 92 seats. So when you are making a decision, you need to look at these numbers here and figure out which one is the best option. Yes, Chicago airport might be closer or Indiana airport might be closer, but look at the number of the slots available for Dallas, Houston, New York. So even though it might be a little bit of a hop, your chances are increased when you pick something
If
like
you
this.
allow me, Sheikh Farid, this is
Yes,
not
Sheikh Hassan.
Indiana. This is Seattle.
SC, it said SCR, so that's where
No,
SCR.
CEA.
SE, I think, yeah, should be
Okay,
SEA. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
okay.
It's 16 seats from
I'll correct
Seattle.
this one. I'll correct this
Yes,
one.
yes.
Okay.
حياكم
All
الله.
right. So inshallah, we'll correct that one. So if you look at these things here, you need to look at this number here and make the best possible decision. What I'm trying to say is you need to look at all this information and come up with a way that increases your success rate. Okay. You might have to take a little bit hop. The Miami airport is close to you, but consider the JFK if that one has a higher number of seats available. So look at and also the other thing is as we get closer to the purchasing time, we'll also start getting information as to which of the packages has the highest level of configuration, which one has the lowest level of configuration. We'll share this information with you, inshallah. So then you can adjust your configuration to wherever there is the lowest configuration, but there are more seats. You want to get to that one, okay? Because that's the one that has a higher success rate for you, okay? Inshallah. So all these things we are going to provide to you, but this chart here, you've got to look at this and look for something that makes the most sense to you. There was a question one of the brother had sent me that you don't see the GDS. If you look, if you can ask me that question, brother, I forgot who it was from which package. If you can go ahead and put it in the chat, I will show it to you. I think that one had a GDS in it. So you need to look for something that says global or GDS, and inshallah ta'ala, you will be able to find that appropriately for you, inshallah. Okay, let's see. Let's see, what else can I show here? Oh, yeah, there is a link here. See at the end here, there's a link here. Now, if you have selected, what Nusuk allows you is to configure one package completely all the way to the flight, and then you can pick 5 packages as preferred packages. Now, 5 preferred packages, all it says is you can go click and you can get to the package description, and then you'll still have to go through Al-Muassam, etc. Okay. Now, if you, let's say you are on the day of the purchase, you looked at the configuration that's sold out. Okay. Then you looked at the second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one. All your 5 are gone. Okay. Now, what you should do is you should still have in your list at least another 2-3 packages from this list here, and then take the URL from here and save it. What you're going to do on the day of the purchase is you're going to go here, you'll replace this URL, and you'll get to that package immediately. I'll show it to you also. Okay. So now let's get to the live demo. Okay, so here we are. So one of the way to look for packages is you can type in Rawaf, which is all in uppercase. All the packages related to Rawaf will come up, okay? Or you can go into the filter. I prefer this one, okay? Go to the filter, pick Rawaf Mina company, and then you can pick, if, for example, if you are looking for packages with Al-Kabsh, pick this one. Okay, so you'll have this packages here listed. So there are 3 packages with Al-Kabsh that are available for configuration right now. So let's look at this one here, 1 or 2. So I click here. Oh, to make this favorite, for example, if you want to make any of this favorite, see this heart sign here? You go click on that. That becomes this user has already 5. See, I could not make more than 5. Okay. So anyway, so here I'm going to go into the details. you can scroll down, you can review the details here, you can click on this. This one is going to go away, as Brother Hassan mentioned. But look at the rest of the detail. This one offers double and quad options. Okay, you can pick a double or a quad option. So one bed in the 4 bedroom or one bed in the 2 bedroom. Okay, so this is the one. Then let's see what else we can look at. So all these packages, Brother Hassan, correct me if I'm wrong, has the speed train, excepting there is a disclaimer here just in case if there is a problem here. Okay. So there are all this in other information here, the start date, the end date, you can look at it. Look at it carefully. Make sure you make your plans accordingly. Okay. So I'm going to go out of this one. You can read all these details here about the hotels, etc. Now, package service here. You need to look at this also carefully to see if what all are included. In most of the cases, you'll have the Visa, MasterCard, Medina, the air travel $sign, meaning that you will just have to pay additional cost for that, catering, transportation between cities, and the guide. So all these things are generally included. SIM is included. SIM is included, meaning the SIM card is given to you. Okay. Still, you'll have to go into one of the offices of that SIM card company and activate to get the service. And review the cancellation policy to make sure that that you are well aware of it. It's very important. I hope you never have to request the refund. But if you have to request the refund, you got to look at these dates here. Very important that you look at these dates. All right. Let me configure the package. So this one offers only Majoral cups. Okay, this one is configured only to accept the Majoral cups. I'm going to take that one. Go to the next. Okay. All right. In this case, we saw that it offers a double and a quad for the hotel in Makkah, but for Medina, it only offers the quad. So this is something that we have to look at it. So this person has 2 people in this thing. So you have to select 2. Okay. One thing that people have asked me the question, can I do different configuration within my account? Yes, you can. For example, you want one person to have a double, the other person to be in a quad, or if there are 3 people, for example, in that case, what you would do is you do double for 2 people, and then you can select quad for the other third person. Okay, those are all options available for you. So here, Medina also, I'm going to pick 2. Next. You can select for the wheelchair. Again, this is the self-service wheelchair, meaning a regular wheelchair is provided to you and you will still have to have somebody push it. Okay. But the wheelchair itself is available. You can select here, one, for example. So this one has a London flight and it also has a custom flight. Okay. So you can either select this one here right off the bat, just this one, look at the dates, make sure you understand the actual the date that the actual date of departure. Okay. So it's arriving in Medina +1. That means you're leaving on the 21st. You're arriving into Medina on the 22nd. This is something that important that you notice this one. Okay. So you're leaving on see, it says arriving on 22nd. Package date is always on the arrival. So that means in many cases from the US and the Europe, you'll have to add one more additional day, one day before you'll be leaving. Okay. Plus, if there are any connecting flights, you have to accommodate for that also. So you can select this one, or you can go into the custom flight. And in the custom flight, you can make all your choices here. You can make your own route, and you will get an approximate figure here. This fare for the custom flight could possibly change on the day of the purchase. That is why you should always have some buffer amount in your e-wallet. Okay. So let me go back out of this one. I'm going to go back to the group flight. I'm going to select this because I do want to show that how it moves forward. I'm going to go to next. So there are two additional charges, very small charges, which is basically the transportation from the airport to the hotel. Okay. So I'm going to select this one, and then I'm going to select package here also. So as you can see, it basically ends up being $72, 72 reals. And because this has two people, it multiplied by two and it's 145. Okay. Now, before I do next, I need to stop the share because in the next screen, the passport information comes in. I cannot share that. So just give me a minute. As soon as I get to the second screen, I'll come back. I'll bring the share back. Okay. All right. So this is the information. As you can see, this package is Majar Kapsh. A wheelchair has been requested. The flight is going here. Uh, that is the flight. This thing, I picked a package transportation, and all my package services information is here. Cancellation policy, etc. And my package cost is 74 and 107. Mashallah, Sister Suratan, you're ready to go. Mashallah, this is one of my Haji. So she has already topped her e-wallet. She's ready to go. So if this was the case on the day of the purchase, this button would be a purchase button, basically. Okay. So you'd click on this purchase and you're gone. You move forward, basically. Now, I want to go back into the scenario. I'm going to go ahead and do a save configuration here. Okay, you can see here on the shopping cart here, there is a green sign, meaning there is a package that is configured. If you click here, you will see it is configured. Now, when I went through this, when I did the purchase, on the day of the purchase, when I did the purchase, the package is sold out. The visas are all gone, or the flight is sold out, whatever. So now I have to come, and before I can select another package, the first thing I have to do is I have to empty the card. I have to empty the card. So after I empty the card, now I can go here. I can view all the packages that are my package. So it'll tell me the packages that I have previously picked. So these are the 5 packages I have picked, basically. Okay. So I'm going to look at now I'm going to go to my Rawaf package. So now I go back, I configure this entire package. So this is why we want you to practice this multiple times so that now I should be able to say, configure package, yes, move on. Yes, I know which camp I want. I'm not sitting here thinking, which one shall I go here? I'm not thinking that, okay? I know I want to go Al Muassam. I'm going to say next. And I know the hotel configuration I want. Here it is. Here it is. I'm not sitting here thinking, okay? I'm moving fast because I know what I want. I've already gone through this. I want a wheelchair. I'm going to do this quickly. Next. Now, one thing I want you all to remember on the day of the purchase, because of the number of people that are in the system, you will find that many of these screens will be slow. Just be patient. Do not keep pounding on it. The way to look at it is if you look on the top here, it is working. Okay. So me pressing this button next several times is not going to help. So just be patient. Okay. So since I know I've already reviewed this, I know the flights that I want to take in this thing, I'm just going to click this. And then I'm going to go say next. Okay. This is the package. package, everything is done. So now before I do this, I'm just quickly going to stop the share. I'm going to do the next. Okay, so now I'm back here to my purchase thing. So all the review, I mean, I'm not going to review this only because I have already gone through this one. I know this package. I know all the details about the package. I went through this fast because I know what I'm doing with this one. Okay, that's how comfortable you need to become on the day for the day of the purchase, because within few hours, based on our past experience, the packages go in the first phase. Okay, they just go very fast. So you need to become an expert in this purchasing configuration and purchasing system. So that'll only happen if you continuously go through this multiple times. So then I can save configuration and go on basically. Okay. So now I'm going to stop my this thing. I'm going to open up for questions because it's really important for us to know your questions. Brother Wasim, are there questions in the QA that we can quickly answer?
Yeah, yeah. You can stop sharing, I think now. Yeah. So
Okay.
the first question was, Brother Shariar, are global packages available for US residents? Asking because the package has flag of different countries other than US.
Yes, if the package, whichever package you're looking at specifically, if you let me know, I can look up in my list and tell you. You can look up in that list also. Go to that list and sort by that by that package, and you will see what options are available. If it says global GDS, then GDS is available. Okay, with basically the custom package. Basically, global means custom package.
Yeah, in
Okay.
the flyer it will say GDS. So the flags that you're seeing, and like
Right.
Brother Hassan said,
I'm avoiding talking about the flyer because
yeah,
Brother Hassan is going to remove it. I mean,
yeah.
that as per the requirement. Okay.
Next
Go ahead.
question is, will Rawaf be leading a group from Miami? If so, can you share who will be leading the group?
Yes, Rawaf will be leading a group from Miami. Who will be doing it is not sure. So it'll probably get combined with one other location because there are very few seats there for that Miami there for right now. Okay. So hold up the question on the who is going to lead the guide. It is going to be one of the Rawaf guides, and inshallah, it'll be a well-trained guide. So you can be certain of that, inshallah ta'ala. Okay. It could be one of us, Brother Wasim, myself, or any one of the other Rawaf guides, inshallah. Good, Brother Wasim, next.
For custom flight, how much do you think the price will change on the sales day? How much percent extra should we put for the custom flight cost?
That's a little bit of difficult question because it's a marketplace, but I don't expect it to slip much more than 10 to 20%. So that is why we are kind of asking you to keep that buffer in your e-wallet, at least about 2 to 3,000 reals per person. Okay. So just in case if there is a slip, but we are hoping it will not slip that much. Okay. But it is a marketplace, folks. I mean, we cannot commit to that anything. I mean, there are two things I'm concerned about the custom flight, by the way. One is the cost itself, the other is availability of the route. Okay. So, for example, if you're flying using the custom from New York to Jeddah, okay, the New York flight might take a break somewhere. You might find the route open to that spot, but from Amsterdam to Jeddah, the flight might not be available. That is a bit of a risk, but inshallah ta'ala, this year we've been told because there are multiple vendors, it might be a little bit easier. So inshallah, it'll be better, inshallah.
If husband and wife are going, do they need to have separate wallets or can both use the same wallet?
If you are in the same account, then it's a single wallet. Okay. So if you're in the same account, it's a single wallet. If you do two separate accounts, it's two wallets.
What packages can I buy on Nusuk and what can't I buy? For example, as a Canadian, are only group flight packages that are from Canada available to me to buy, or can I buy group flight packages from other countries like US or UK too?
Our understanding is any package that you are able to see in your when you log in, you should be able to purchase it. The only thing is the is the matter of the airport. So if you find a package, for example, if you do have a package that flies out of JFK, for example, then you can buy that package, but then you'll have to make a connecting flight into New York. Or if you see a custom, you should be able to fly that one with your own routing.
Should we start topping up from now? Should I top up with small amount at a time, or large amount is also okay?
Our recommendation is, let's say you're dealing with three credit cards. Okay, our recommendation is start with putting $100 from each one of them, and then a few days later put like $200-300 from each one of them, just so that it is not just a one time it was successful. You want to try this out multiple times, but with smaller amounts. I don't recommend you putting in there the entire amount immediately. Right now, maybe by my view might change next week, for example. By the 27th of January, your wallet should be topped to the amount that you need. Okay, please do not wait beyond that. So if you're dealing with a bank transfer, start doing that at least by the 20th of this month. Okay. Of course, try out with smaller amounts, but by the 20th of this month, you need to start topping the e-wallet. So that by 27th, your amount should be in the e-wallet.
I'm using multiple credit cards from friends and family. I'm putting more than my most expensive package. When refunds are done, are they sent evenly back to all cards or to the last card used?
Our understanding is it is sent out evenly the way it came in. That's a very good point that is brought up. You need to make sure the credit cards that you use or the bank account that you use is still open and available in case even if you do the withdrawal, for example. Okay, let's say you put more money in there and you want to withdraw. They are going to send it back to the credit card the way it came. The most amount that came, it's going to go back to that one. For example, let's take an example: credit card number 1, 2, and 3, and you put in 20,000, $5,000 more. If that credit card 1 was used to top more than $5,000, the first $5,000 will go there first. Okay, so they don't send it evenly, like they don't divide it into 5 packets and send. They will say which credit card got the most, it'll go to that one first, and then to the next one and the third one.
Are packages 511 Rawaf and 512 available for US residents?
Okay, let's look at that quickly. I'm going to do the share and I will show it so that we can look at it out together. Okay, the 511, right?
Yeah, and 512.
Okay. 5, 1. Okay, 5. Clear it. 5.
You're not sharing a screen, by the way. So,
Oh, I'm not? Okay. All right. Okay. Brother Wasim, keep logged in case if you need to show it. Okay, was it question on 511 or which one?
yeah, 511 and 512.
Okay. All right. Let's do this. Okay, 511, as you can see, there is a global available. Okay, 511 is Rome and Manchester. Okay, but it also has the custom available. So custom available, actually, it has a pretty high number, 62. Okay, so that means somebody from US should be able to buy this package using the custom flight option. And the 512 is also, as you can see, is a custom option, and there is 132 seats assigned to the to 512 for custom. So that means chances are very high of getting the custom flight on this one. Okay, so this is how you look it up. You look at the flight the package that interests you most. You go here and you do the clear, and then you type in the one you want, 511. You select it. You go here. I understand this requires a little bit of IT experience, but it's not that bad. It's pretty simple that you can look up. So you can see 511. There is a custom available. So you can read up the rest of the information here. Okay. Next, Brother Wasim.
I think they were also trying to confirm, like, if they bought like a Manchester flight, could they then do like their own, like, could they
Yes.
buy the Manchester group flight, for example? Yeah.
You as long as it's visible to you, you can buy it. Okay. And the best way for you to do that is go into this flight, see if you can configure the Manchester. If you're able to configure the Manchester today, then on the day of the purchase, you will be able to buy it. Of course, then you'll have to buy the connecting flight to Manchester.
Yeah, and also keep note of the visa situation depending on your citizenship. If you do need to, like, if you have a gap between your connecting flight and you have to go outside, you should be able to do immigration into the country from which you're doing the price.
Very
And
good point.
yeah.
Very good point. Very good point. So be aware of the visa. For example, if you do not have a US citizenship, if England or any other place where you go to, if there is a gap there and if they require a visa, then you should may accommodate for that also. Okay.
Next question, please explain how Qurbani will be done if the package doesn't include it.
Okay, the Qurbani, the official word is you have to use there is a website called hadi.com. I believe it's Hadi. We will get that to you. There is a Saudi website that allows for the Qurbani. You'll have to pick that one, and that's how the Qurbani is done, and they will tell you how much it is. It's a little bit over 200, almost $300 per Qurbani. You will pay it for them directly, not through Nusuk. Okay, and then the Qurbani will be done on the 10th of Dhul Hijjah, inshallah. And in case if that does not work, if we get the approval from Rawaf for us to arrange for the Qurbani, we will arrange it for you. So one way or the other, inshallah ta'ala, will take care of the Qurbani. Don't worry about it.
I think this is a question about Indiana's SER. I think that we already corrected.
Yeah, I'll correct
Seattle.
that. That was Seattle. That was Indiana.
For custom flight, do we expect the Musafir platform to be very slow and troublesome? I've heard in past years it has problems, or will it be quick and smooth?
That's a very good point. That's an absolutely my concern also. But what I have been told recently is that the Nusuk has made considerable improvements in that. It was not just Al Musafir; it's a GDS system where they are bringing in multiple vendors behind the portal there. So the expectation is it'll be quicker, inshallah ta'ala. The other big thing that you have to notice with the GDS, as I mentioned, there is a number of quota allocated to the custom flights. Okay. So, meaning, even though it takes a little bit of time, you are running with each other. Everybody that is trying to look for customs, there is a number of flights assigned, a number of slots assigned. So, until that's exhausted, even though it slows down, you will all be there in the same loop, inshallah.
This one is done. How many visas are allocated to each package? I noticed some packages have over 300 people marked as preferred. Does different packages have different visa allocations, or do all packages have the same number of visas?
I think we saw that here in the package in the listing that we saw here. So if I go sort this by, you can see 511, for example, has 62, 46 plus 80, so that is 126, 188 basically. 188 seats are allocated to 511, and 130 to this one. So basically, the numbers that corresponds here next to, that's the number of seats allocated to that package. So for example, if I look at 511, you got to basically add up all this, and that's the number of seats allocated to that. You have all the information here. All you need to do is go and look it up. We are making it available for you. And inshallah ta'ala, we'll keep updating this one. As things are updated, maybe on a daily or maybe every other day, we'll continue to keep this updated, inshallah.
How will packages be put out for sale? Will it be in phases or will it all be shared at once?
As we know today, it is going to be the first phase is going to be country specific quota. Okay. So the based on the population of Muslims in a country, ministry has allocated a quota. For US, I believe it's somewhere between 35 to 5,000. We don't know the number exactly. It's somewhere to that number. So the phase one until the first 5,000 people or 3,500, whatever the number is, the quota. Until then, the packages will be available for the people residing in the United States or UK or France, etc. Okay, so that is phase one. Phase two, as I think I've explained earlier, there are some countries which has the quota, but they don't get used there. So any unused quota is brought into together, and that is released as a global quota. In that quota, anybody from any part of the Nusuk country can purchase the package, as long until they exhaust that quota.
What is GDC?
GDC is a global distribution system, which is basically a network of travel agencies, basically. It's a software.
Says, if I want to select custom flight and price is now fixed, how much fund should I top up with my e-wallet? Please explain.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that question, the first part?
I think, yeah, like you're saying that the custom flight price is not fixed. So how much fund should I put in?
I think we answered that before. At least about 2,000 to 3,000 riyals per person is probably a safe bet. If you want to be certain, add a little bit more, but I don't think the custom flight will differ more than that.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm from Seattle. My choice is 202. I have 5 preferred. The 202 has Seattle, New York, Chicago, Dallas. It's my best favorite package. Can I stay there for now?
Yes, you can. The only thing is you'll have to just make sure you get the connecting flight. Okay. And while we are on the connecting flight, you got to be careful with the connecting flight. Make sure you give enough time for the connecting flight in case if the connecting flight gets delayed, you can get the next flight, etc. Okay. So just be cautious of that. But for now, you're good. You can get that. We'll discuss this after you purchase the package about the connecting flights. Go ahead.
Next question, I think we have already answered. Like if you are a US citizen, you can get a package from London, but you have to just be aware of like visa requirements and connecting flight you have to do on your own. We already talked about that.
Brother Wasim, shall we take one of this thing raised hand? A.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam, sister.
Yeah, I'm planning to go inshallah with my husband, and I've been looking at double occupancy, and I did not see many options, so I really need guidance. Is it something you think I should follow through, or is it very hard to get?
If I understand your question correctly, you're looking for double occupancy, and there are not that many packages with double occupancy. And
correct.
And what do you want to do, sister?
Does it decrease my totally be hooked to have double occupancy, or I don't know what are recommendations from your expertise.
Okay. Let me see if I understand the question. You're asking the question, can you change it later? Is that what you're asking me?
I think she was asking like,
I'm sorry, can you repeat that, sister?
I was saying, if I can get help to find what are my chances to get double occupancy through Rawaf?
Well, you have to look at that chart sheet that we have provided, sister, and you have to pick the one that has the highest possibilities for you. Okay. So my recommendation is, unless there is an absolutely medical reason or something like that, be flexible with the occupancy, because most of the packages, not just with Rawaf, with most of the other providers also, is mostly with quad. Okay. And there is a certain type of bonding that you develop during the Hajj. I'm telling you, and I've gone back and forth several times on this one. There is a very deep bonding that you develop when you're sharing with other people also. Uh, Unless there is a very valid medical reason that you need to share with somebody. So be flexible on that one so that you can increase the chances of getting packages. Okay?
Inshallah. Jazakallah khair.
Welcome. Okay, Faisal Amin.
Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum Assalam, brother.
Yeah, brother, I have actually two questions. Inshallah, on the day of sale, right? When you click on the purchase button, right?
Mhm.
What message are you going to get to make sure that, hey, you know what, I'm successful in purchasing package, right?
Okay,
That's
very
one
good
question.
question.
The second question is, right, at what stage in the workflow, right, through the configuration, if the package is sold out, right, I will get the message. See, if I'm on the first page or the second page, am I going to get the message right away saying that, hey, this package has been sold out? Or
Okay,
so those are the two questions. Jazakallah.
okay. All right. The first question, how will you know that you purchased the package?
Mm,
First of all, you will immediately get a window that basically says pop-up window that says the transaction is successful and you have the package. That is one option. Okay. Sometimes it does take long. The Nusuk system will fall behind. Okay. In that case, you should also be receiving an email confirmation. That is two. Okay. The third one is if you go and click on your profile, under the profile, it'll tell you my itinerary. That itinerary will contain your package also. So there are three ways of confirming. Okay. One is you will get a pop-up window immediately in case if Nusuk system is fallen behind, but
mhm,
the transaction did go through, then you can always check after a little bit if an email has been received. Okay. The third one, if let's say for 10 minutes nothing happened, okay, you can always go back, log back into your Nusuk and look under your profile if under itinerary if your package is listed. Okay. And the fourth one, of course, is if your e-wallet amount has been deducted from your e-wallet.
okay.
Okay. So that is the first question. The
Mm,
second question is if a package is sold out, you will know it when you press the purchase button, right? Now, when you go back and reconfigure another one, you will not know that, well, if only the packages that are available will be visible to you. Let's say package 511 is sold out. Package 511, you cannot even configure it, is what I'm hoping Nusuk will do that. Okay. I'm hoping that's how it's going to be this year, because last year packages were visible even when the visas were not available. But this year, visas are attached to the packages. Okay. So if the package has sold out its visas, that package should not be visible to you. So that way you will not even get to that package. So if you are able to configure the package, but please understand, it's a first come first serve basis. There is a
mhm,
race going on. Okay. If you are configuring 511, there might be 10 other people or 100 other people configuring also. This is why I keep re-emphasizing, I want you to be quick.
mhm.
It's a race basically. Okay. So there are 100 other people racing to complete 511. The first 50 people that complete the reconfiguration of 511 will get the package.
Okay,
Okay.
Jazakallah, brother. Thank you so much.
Okay. Tierno Diallo. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu
وعليكم
alaikum.
وعليكم السلام.
Yes, Akhi.
Um, Jazakallah khair for the session. So I have my first question is I was able to configure ROAF 101, which is Medina first and then Makkah for 13
Okay.
nights.
Okay.
And also based on your advice here, you said unless we need Al-Qaps to choose Muazzam, and I chose that in my configuration.
Okay.
I don't know if that package actually came specifically with Al-Qaps camp, but I chose
Okay.
the Al-Muazzam.
Okay.
Uh, I wanted to know if that's okay because if that's one is a luxury package, if we can still go with the Muazzam.
As long as the Al-Masim was given as an option for you, brother, you can pick it.
Yeah, it was given, so that's why I
Then
was
you're
able
good.
to.
Then you're good. Now, remember, I mean, I'm not discouraging people from Al Cups. All I'm saying is because it's 5,000 as opposed to 50,000. So the chances, you can do your calculation, okay? But if you need to, please do try Al Cups. And maybe your first choice should be Al Cups, and then the second one can be Mossam, okay? But just be aware of that,
Okay.
okay?
Right. So the second question is for that package, the flights, I don't, there is no flight from, I'm from Washington, Seattle currently, but I haven't seen a flight from Washington, Seattle. So what I did, I just chose the nearest location, which is Los Angeles. So in that case, that I will have to buy a flight here from Seattle to Los Angeles to meet the group. Is that correct?
That is correct. That is correct.
Because there is no flight from Seattle,
Well,
unfortunately.
yeah, maybe not that one, but there are few packages with Seattle. One correction I have to make, and then you will see it, inshallah ta'ala.
Oh, same like Medina first, same package as
Well,
101.
yeah, 1 minute. Let me just do it quickly right now because that was not a good. Uh, just give me 1 minute. I'm going to do it right now. Okay. Well, Seattle has actually, there are two, I believe there are two options for Seattle, uh, two packages with Seattle Gateway. So you got to look at this one. There is 201 and 202. Okay. Both of them
201,
have Seattle as an option.
201 and 202. And all these are Mecca first or Medina first?
They are Medina first.
Okay. And okay, I'll check these out and
Okay.
see.
I just corrected that one, and you should be able to see it when you configure the package also. When you configure the package, you didn't. Oh, wait a minute. Uh, Rawaf has not uploaded all the flights. Okay, so if you
Mhm.
don't see Seattle there, even though it's on my list, but you don't see it when you're configuring it, don't worry about it. They are in the process of uploading all the flights. Okay, so at least you can take a look at the list we have shared and then say, okay, this one has a flight, and you can wait for it just a little bit. You can go ahead and configure it to another airport, but hold on to it. Okay. I hope I answered your question, brother.
Yes, so yeah, very good. Thank you. The other thing is the how you call it? When the guides. The guides are we gonna have guides from the United States or
Yes. Yes. United States.
are these among the muftis that attend these like these sessions or
Well,
just
I mean, everybody is not going to be a mufti, right? But inshallah ta'ala, those muftis will be in the camp to guide you, inshallah ta'ala. Okay. Our expectation is one of those muftis will be in Masam, the other one will be in Al Kabsh.
got it?
Okay. Okay. Go ahead, Brother Saad. Ahmed Saad.
Hello,
Assalamu alaikum.
hello, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, brother.
My question is about Canada. I am in Canada, in Toronto, not in the
Okay.
US.
Okay.
And I have already configured the package 306 Novotel.
Okay.
Now, my question to you, I have to reconfigure it again on the day of the purchase on February 4th, or no need?
Okay, one package you don't need to configure. One package, that you put into the cart, you don't need to reconfigure that one. Okay, and inshallah ta'ala, if you get that package, if you're able to purchase it, then you don't need to do anything more after that. But if that package which is in your shopping cart is sold out, then you'll have to go back and configure the other preferred packages.
Yeah, because you see, I configure this package because I would like to see that how many people already configured this package, because you have said just before now that it is
Right.
a race. It is a race.
Absolutely.
Yeah, in the February 4, because last year I configured the same package and I couldn't manage to buy it.
Inshallah,
It is
it'll
not
be different this year, inshallah.
it is
So,
not a matter of minutes. It is a
right.
matter of less than seconds.
Absolutely. Yeah. So,
Yeah, that is
as I mentioned, Brother Sad, sorry for interrupting. What our plan is, Rawaf is also committed to that. They are going to provide us the data a few days before the start of the purchase. So we'll share it back with you. We'll do some analysis and share it back with you to tell you which packages has the highest number of configuration. So then you might consider staying away from those packages.
yes. That's what that's what I would like to do.
Inshallah.
Because
Ta'ala.
because I don't care which package I choose, either luxury or premium or standard. The most important for me is this package is not crowded, many people on the race. Then I have, when I am ready to buy, then I have the chance to buy it.
Inshallah.
Yeah,
Inshallah ta'ala,
inshallah.
we are going to do that, inshallah.
Yeah, the other question is regarding the e-wallet.
Yes.
Now, I know last year when I put my e-wallet, I used my credit card. To be honest with you, because I couldn't buy, they deducted $1,000, you see, from my money just to buy the e-wallet and then withdraw back again. Yeah, but this is the policy of the credit card. That means they charge me $500 to buy the e-wallet, and then the refund, they charge me again $500. I paid 1,000. Now, do you think I can use the debit card, which may be, less cheaper than the credit card, or
You
money
can.
transfer?
You can, but just check with the bank what are the limits of your debit card in terms of how much you can do per day. Maybe it's 2,000. That means you might have to do multiple transactions. Okay. So check with the bank what are the limits of the debit card.
Yeah, I do you think I have to go in person, or I can talk with them on the phone?
I think you can call the customer service. They should be able to tell you that. Okay.
Yeah, I will tell them exactly that. Okay, I am transferring a lot of money. Please allow me to transfer this money through my debit card.
Okay. I want to take the last question, then I want to go to the Q&A because there are lots of questions in the chat. The other people who are on the list, please, can you go ahead and put the question in the chat, because I want to answer all the questions. But if I take it online, it ends up taking a little bit longer. Gwyneth Endo, I'll take you as the last one.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, brother.
Yeah, I think the first question was, is there a package flying from Atlanta? But you guys said no on the chat.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. Unfortunately, there isn't. The closest one for you would be Miami or Washington.
Yeah. The other question is, when I do the money transfer, I can just go to my bank and just take all the bank information of Saudi and then just give to the bank, and they can just transfer, and then it should be a little bit more than the highest package I select, right?
That is correct. Just add some buffer to that highest package.
Okay. All right. Thank you, brother.
All right, brother. Okay. Brother Wasim, let's go to the Q&A, please.
Sheikh, quick, if you don't mind.
Yes.
Can you do the spreadsheet you were sharing for these, packages? Can you share it later if you don't mind?
We have given the link, brother, in the group chat, but we'll share it again. No
I
problem.
have
As
I
a
have
reminder.
missed it. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. We'll do that, inshallah. Ta'ala.
Thank
Okay.
you very much.
All right. Islam. Brother Wasim, go ahead, please. Let's go through the
Yeah,
questions.
there were a lot of questions coming up, so I answered some in text.
Okay,
But still, there are plenty open. Uh, Somebody asking about scammers and hackers. Somebody called them from Waf Mina, and they said like, "Are you aware of hackers who took pilgrims' money from e-wallet?"
No. Hackers have not taken money from the e-wallet. That we don't know, okay? Because remember, they cannot go to your e-wallet and get the funds out. They cannot do that, okay? But because if they do request even the withdrawal, for example, it's going to go back to your account or your credit card. So we are not aware of anybody getting money out of your e-wallet. What the scammers do is they get into your groups. They cannot get into our group, by the way. Okay, our group is a locked-in group, so nobody can get any of the contact information from our group. But there are lots of groups that are open. They can get the number and then they send out this broadcast the message saying that send me the money for one reason or the other. So the thumb rule here is if anybody calls you and says Rawaf Mina, Farid, Wasim, or any name that they use, okay, do not give them the code that shows up on your screen. That is what they are looking for. Or do not click any link. Nobody, no valid organization or individual, okay, legitimate organization or individual will come asking you for this kind of information. So if the minute anybody asks you, please read that number I sent you, or join this, click this link to join the webinar, that is a scam. Stop right there. Okay. If we ask you to join our webinars, we'll put it in our group chats. It'll come from Brother Wasim, myself, or one of our admins. Okay. So rule of thumb, do not click any links that you are not aware of, and do not respond to anybody asking for the codes on the screens, basically. Inshallah ta'ala, I hope everybody get this message clearly. Go ahead, Brother Wasim, next one, please. We are already running late.
Yeah, train. There's no option to select that train option during configuration. How does that work?
The train option. No. Okay, that question is not clear. Please put the question back again. Are you asking for the train option from Makkah and Medina? That is not an option.
HHR train.
Yeah, that is not an option in the configuration. It is part of the package, and as Rawaf has mentioned, all their packages have HHR train unless they run into some issue with the capacity. As per the plan right now, all their packages have HHR train between Makkah and Medina.
I have the right amount of money, but when I configure package at the end, the e-wallet shows as red. Is it because the purchase is not open yet?
E-wallet shows as red is because you have not topped the funds in there.
Yeah, maybe, brother, if you can reach out to us separately, give a screenshot
Yeah.
of what you're seeing.
Yeah.
Inshallah, we can. Yeah.
If you have topped the funds, then the amount, as I showed you in my live demo, the amount shows at the bottom there. And if the amount is in your this thing, it will show there. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Custom flight, I think I already talked about that. If you have it under the cart, you still have to, you might have to still go through some extra steps. If the price has changed, you'll have to still select it. Packages from Los Angeles, they are in that sheet. Please refer the sheet that Fariba has mentioned. So I'll go, because there are a lot of questions. When will package flight for 162 be available? 162.
Flights for 162. I think they are still in the process of uploading for 162. So just be a little bit patient with that one. I think I did hear earlier also they're working on it.
Not a US citizen, but are planning to use New York as a gateway. Do I need to have visa at New York City to board?
I'm assuming the question is for somebody who is not a US citizen, okay? You need to check your nationality and see what are the conditions for entry into New York, okay? If you are not changing the airport, there might be a transit visa that you can get. But please check on that one. If you want messages later, we'll help you figure that out, inshallah.
Yeah, in this scenario, especially like I was saying earlier, if you have a wider time range, or if you have checked in luggage and it's not checked into the final destination, you have to go out to get your luggage sometimes. So yeah, if you reach out to us separately, it can get tricky. If you have to go out, then you need basically a visa. How many purchasing phases will happen this year?
As of right now, we know two: phase one and phase two. Phase one being the country allocated visa. The other one is the global visa. Can the third option happen? Yes, it can, but chances are very less. Okay, we expect this to go away in two phases because of how the packages are allocated to each service provider.
How do we know that the package is sold out? Can we filter for available packages to only see those packages that have uh, seats remaining?
I believe so. Yes, filter has an option that says available packages. You can filter by that. And inshallah ta'ala, we are hoping we will be able to provide as quickly as possible live information as to what packages are available, what are sold out. That is our expectation, inshallah ta'ala. If we can get this, we will do it, inshallah.
Sure. How will we know when purchasing is open? Are they going to announce in advance with a specific date and time?
As of right now, we are told it's going to be 1 p.m. Makkah time on February 4th. Okay. That is the slot we have been given. Uh, we are hoping that they will give us a time, but we will probably not know the exact time until the 2nd or 3rd of February. So just keep tuned up to our WhatsApp groups. Our WhatsApp group, the Rawaf WhatsApp group, inshallah ta'ala, we should be able to get you this information on time.
It seems like some people here, for example, who don't have the WhatsApp group, if you can share the link also in the chat for people who might
Okay,
not be.
I'll do that, inshallah ta'ala.
I see some group flights that have long layovers, 16 hours, 19 hours. Will airlines provide accommodations?
In some cases, I believe they are. Like for example, in Dubai, when the flight is there is more than 18 hours, there are some this one. But find out the package and let me know. Message me directly, and I'll figure out if they have it or not.
I think how will I be informed about package? We already answered that. How long will the Nusuk be live? I think how long will packages be available for sale once it's open?
Until the quota runs out in phase one, or in phase two also, until whatever the global quota is available, until that runs out.
I am from Seattle on package 202, departures from Seattle to Dubai and Dubai Jeddah. Do I need connection flight? I'm not sure what the question is, sister. Then another thing is saying, sorry, Medina. So I think she's saying that I'm landing in Jeddah. How do I get from Jeddah to Medina?
Jeddah to Medina, if you in your itinerary, if it doesn't show your flight from Jeddah to Medina, then you will be transported by bus.
Uh, can the admin make sure that the Washington flights are from IAD, Washington DC, and not Washington State?
Okay, if it says Washington DC, it is Washington DC. I think if you look at it, it does say Washington DC. It is IAD.
Yeah, check in the Nusuk itself. It'll say the airport code also. So yeah. Okay, US residents, not US citizens. How does visa work? Will visa be attached to the ticket or to the package?
All the visas, the Hajj visa will be available for you in your Nusuk account. Okay, in the Nusuk account, if you look up in the Nusuk account, it will tell you the Hajj visa. You will also receive an email with the Hajj visa, the registered email for the main account holder.
I'm from South America. Are there any flights from Argentina, Buenos Aires?
I don't believe there is any flight from South America. I
I
don't
think they'll
recall
need to do
seeing
custom
anything.
flight basically, yeah, from Argentina.
Yeah, you'll have to make use of the one of the custom flight or make use of one of the airport that is closest to you, and then you'll have to arrange for your connecting flight. So I don't believe there is anything. Sorry.
Okay. Just wanted to clarify, I reside in US, but I have to drop off my kids in Istanbul. Can I buy a custom flight from Istanbul to Saudi?
Yes, you can.
And then will I be able to save a custom flight in Nusuk?
During configuration custom flight, you cannot save it. It's only because of how the GDS works, the global distribution system, which is a travel network, that is available only for 30 minutes, okay, if not less. Okay. So on the day of the purchase, you have to still again go and reconfigure your custom flight. But it'll allow you to figure out what the approximate cost.
I think the brother is saying that he was away for Maghrib. Question about Qurbani was answered. If the package will not include it, you can buy it from adahi.org, or we will share the updates. If we can make alternate arrangements, then we'll let you know in the group, inshallah. So that was answered. Saying there's a discrepancy in the package list number of days duration. Rawaf 101 says 16 days on the sheet, but Nusuk is saying shows 13 days. Let me see.
What's the package number?
101.
Okay, we'll take a look at it. Let's go on, Brother Wasim. We have lots
Okay.
of questions.
Need clarification on the last step. Once I save the configuration and the cart is empty, is that an indication it is confirmed? I'm not sure what you're trying to ask for, brother, but you're not purchased the package right now. You're just saving it in the cart.
Right.
Purchasing will be opened separately. Uh, how long can we keep our custom flight? Sister Maimuna, I think we answered custom flight option, but she wants to say how long can we keep it in the cart for custom flight?
You cannot keep it in the custom cart. Custom flights cannot be kept in the cart. You just have to come back on the day of the purchase and just quickly get to the custom flight. Okay, but at least you'll have an idea as to how to work with the custom flight. If anybody here has a reason that you have to play with custom, that you have to have a custom flight, please play with the GDS system. Go there, look at the flights, see how to look for flights, look for how to search for flights, how to look at the cost, etc., so that you are completely familiar with the GDS system.
Then what are the differences between camps? What is the difference between Muassim and Al-Kabsh?
Al Mawsam camp is like about 2.5, 3 miles walk each way to the Jamarat, whereas Al Kabsh camp is just about half a mile away, and Al Kabsh camp also is a little bit better quality in from a hospitality perspective. Okay, and we have given lots of information on that, and you can also see more details when you are configuring. They give you a lot more details that you can click on the detail and it'll tell you. Next.
In case if you're not able to get a package, is it safe to leave money in e-wallet for next year, or is it recommended to withdraw?
Okay, that's really a choice that you have to make. You can leave it there. It'll save you the loss of the funds, which is like about 2.5% that you're going to lose when you withdraw the money. And in case if you have had to pay any funds to fund it, you're going to lose that money. On the other hand, you are losing the access to the money for about 1 year, and Allahu Alam what the situation will be next year. But from a Nusuk perspective, you can leave the money in there, but it's really your decision.
Will any new flights be added from USA or from San Francisco?
From San Francisco, I know for certain there isn't any, but can there be more flights? It is possible, but we will not know it until they have uploaded the flight sometime like next week, as Brother Hassan mentioned.
Yeah, I think the couple of questions. How do I know when to buy like it's right now, the date we have is February 4th,
Right.
Makkah one o'clock. So if there are any changes, we'll let you know in the WhatsApp group. So if you're not part of the WhatsApp group, Brother Farida shared the link. Please join that group so you get updates. Inshallah. Let's see. I think that there's a question says, what can we do to make sure we get selected for this year's Hajj? Will the procedure be same as before, involves choosing a package and booking flight tickets?
I think we are giving you tips on some tips to make yourself more successful. One is practice, 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 so that in case if your first package is not available, you should be able to quickly browse through and configure the next package or the third package or the fourth package. Plus, when we are going to share with you the information as to which package has the highest configuration, avoid that one, because any package that has the highest configuration, that means there are already people who are in a race again on for that package. So you want to look for some package that has a lower this one, even if it has a gateway which is further away from you. Okay. And the other part is be flexible when it comes to the gateways and the camp, inshallah.
Do you recommend Makkah first or Medina first?
We recommend Medina only because it allows you to land in there and acclimatize yourself so that you don't have to change into ihram in an airport somewhere. You can relax in Medina, change into ihram, and go to Makkah for your Umrah, inshallah. So that is why we recommend Medina. But then there are scheduled challenges for some people who might prefer Makkah first.
I think we already talked about flights. Will there more flights be added? We won't know until next week, inshallah. We answered that. I think those are all the questions, inshallah, in the chat.
Okay. All right. Jazakallah khair. If you have questions, go ahead
There
and
were like
please.
66 questions, alhamdulillah, today in Q&A.
Mashallah, mashallah. No, I mean, we want these questions. We want participation. We want people to ask this question so that you are becoming familiar with it. But please, we are going to start releasing short videos on some of these topics. Please watch them carefully. Please practice, practice, practice. Because, I mean, the more you practice, the better it is. And the e-wallet, as I said, by 27th of January, at least, that is our date, okay? That is not the date coming from Nusuk. I don't want someone to go and say you cannot do after 27th. Our recommendation is by 27th of January, you should have your e-wallet top to the amount that you need, basically. Okay. Jazakallah khair for everybody that attended, and make dua for us that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepts our efforts, etc. Brother Wasim, you want to go ahead and wrap up with your dua, please?
At the end of, inshallah, at the end, we should make dua that this is the end of gathering. So we make dua of the end of gathering, and like we said earlier, that this is acceptance from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are doing all we can from our end, right? At the end of the day, it's acceptance from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So do extra nawafil, try to wake up in tahajjud, make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah, I want to go for Hajj, make it easy for me. Inshallah, Allah will make it easy for us and accept us for Hajj. This is acceptance from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that's why, inshallah, we need to keep making duas that Allah accept all of us who have intention to go and see the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and fulfill this command of Hajj, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept.
Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Well,